What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Crypto Over Redbull, where we're going to be going over the latest news from this past week in crypto. But before we get started, if you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give a 5-star rating, it is much appreciated. So go ahead, pop open that Red Bull, and let's go. Over the past 24 hours, Bitcoin is traded around 63,300, down approximately 1.2%, as it continues to consolidate between 62,000 and 64,000. Ethereum is following closely, sitting at about 3,100 with a 1.5% pullback, keeping a 3,000 support level in focus. BNB is holding stronger than most, trading around 585 with just a 0.8% dip. Solana has seen a bit more pressure, down 2.3% to about 135 as broader crypto market sentiment weighs on price action. Cardano, meanwhile, is trading near 45 cents, down 1.7% despite ongoing network upgrades. XRP has been relatively stable, sitting at 51 cents with only a 0.9% decline as regulatory news continues to loom. And finally, Dogecoin is at about 14 cents, slipping 0.6% as the recent meme coin momentum cools down. Overall, it's been a slightly red day across the board, with most major assets posting mild losses, and all eyes are on Bitcoin's ability to hold above the key support levels to set the tone for the rest of the week. Moving on to the news, Bitcoin flew past 94,000 this past week, locking in an 11% gain for the week. This surge wasn't random. We saw nearly 2.7 billion flow into spot Bitcoin ETFs, with major inflows into the ART21 shares, Fidelity, and BlackRock products. Bitcoin is no longer just a speculative asset, it's becoming a core macro play. Speaking of big moves, MicroStrategy isn't slowing down. They just announced the acquisition of 15,355 more Bitcoin for about $1.42 billion, bringing their total holdings to 553,555 Bitcoin worth around $37.9 billion at an average price of 68,459. At this point, they're practically a Bitcoin ETF themselves. Meanwhile, Cantor Fitzgerald made major headlines partnering with SoftBank, Tether, and Bitfinex to launch a $3.6 billion crypto venture called 21 Capital. Their plan? Acquire over 42,000 Bitcoin and cement themselves as another institutional heavyweight in the crypto treasury game. On the policy front, things are heating up. The Trump administration officially rolled back previous crypto baking restrictions. The Fed, FDIC, and OCC are no longer urging banks to steer clear of digital assets. It's a clear shift towards a pro-crypto regulatory environment, something that could unlock major growth over the next few years. And adding fuel to the fire, even traditional players like Nasdaq are calling for clearer digital asset regulation. They're arguing that crypto markets can fit cleanly into existing financial structures if given the right oversight. In other words, crypto isn't going away, it's just awaiting for the rails to be laid. Meanwhile, Ripple continues to execute. They've just pulled off a $1.25 billion acquisition of Hidden Road, a major credit network. Ripple isn't just building a payment rail anymore, they're weaving themselves deeper into the fabrics of traditional finance. And it wasn't just Bitcoin making noise this week. XRP surged over 7% to hit $2.30, while Sui, ADA, Solana, and Chainlink all posted strong gains alongside the broader bullish momentum. Bottom line is institutions are buying, regulators are easing, traditional finance is starting to lean in, crypto isn't just surviving, it's straight up thriving. Now, this was a pretty light news week, but of course, we will be back next week talking all things crypto. And if you want to keep the conversation going, shoot me an email at cryptooverredbull@gmail.com or hit me up at Twitter at DeFiSean. But stay caffeinated, stay sharp, and until the next time, trade safe.